This is an assumptions question. The conclusion is that a reduction in the volume of commercial traffic would ease traffic gridlocks in residential areas. The missing link is between all the information presented in the argument and the conclusion that a reduction in the volume of commercial traffic would ease traffic gridlocks in residential areas. Our broad expectation from the correct answer choice is that it should strengthen this conclusion through a valid assumption which fills the missing link and must be necessarily true for the conclusion to hold. Answer choice A. This answer choice says that alternate routes would be suitable for commercial vehicles. However, this answer choice doesn't suggest whether commercial vehicles will end up taking the alternate routes. So this answer choice doesn't suggest that the reduction in the volume of commercial traffic will ease traffic gridlocks in residential areas. So this answer choice is just additional information and does not strengthen the argument. Also, this answer choice cannot be a valid assumption because this answer choice does not have to be true for the conclusion to hold. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice B. This answer choice states that most commercial vehicles that use the roads through residential areas are not authorized to travel through residential areas. If this is so, it indicates that when there are these restrictions that prevent commercial vehicles that are specially authorized to travel through residential areas, when these restrictions are applicable, most commercial vehicles will not be able to pass through residential areas, and hence there will be a reduction in the volume of commercial traffic, because of which the traffic gridlock in residential areas would be eased. So this way, this answer choice strengthens the conclusion. Also, this answer choice does have to be true for the conclusion to hold. Negating this answer choice would mean that most commercial vehicles that pass through residential areas are indeed authorized to travel through residential areas. In that case, these restrictions would not be applicable to most commercial vehicles, and hence there would not be a reduction in the volume of commercial traffic, and as a result, traffic gridlocks will not be eased. So negating this answer choice weakens the conclusion. A good answer choice. Let's keep this on hold. Answer choice C. The argument mentions that most commercial traffic would be forced onto alternate routes, whereas this answer choice talks about the suitability of alternate routes for private traffic. So this answer choice is out of scope. Also, this answer choice does not have to be true for the conclusion to hold, and hence this answer choice is not a valid assumption. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice D. This answer choice says that private vehicles are at a greater risk of getting caught in traffic gridlocks than commercial vehicles. However, this answer choice makes no suggestion regarding any reduction in the volume of commercial traffic because of these restrictions and whether the traffic gridlocks in residential areas will be eased. So this answer choice is just additional information and does not strengthen the conclusion. Also, this answer choice does not have to be true for the conclusion to hold. So this answer choice is not a valid assumption. So let's eliminate this answer choice. Answer choice E. This answer choice says that eventually any reduction in traffic gridlocks will lead to increases in private traffic. So this answer choice basically suggests that even if traffic gridlocks in residential areas are eased, eventually there will be more private traffic and hence the traffic gridlock may return. In such a case, the conclusion is weakened. So let's eliminate this answer choice. B is the correct answer choice.